Good afternoon. The world has known my name is Nathaniel Oyegoke. First headlines. In Nigeria, FCT Pilgrim Board pledges successful Hajj in 2023. Freak wave kills 3 swimmers, injures 17 at South Africa beach. Fiji's main political rivals deadlock after parliamentary election. Anxiety as fans count down the hours to final World Cup 2022. Now the news in detail. In Nigeria, the Federal Capital Territory Muslim Pilgrim Welfare Board has pledged to continue with the successes recorded in the 2022 Hajj operations during the 2023 exercise. The director of the board, Malam Mohammed Dan Malam, in an interview with newsmen today in Abuja, said the welfare of Abuja pilgrims was a religious obligation that the board was charged to discharge credibly, adding that it was a win-win solution. He recalled that the 2022 pilgrimage was an emergency one, but the board was able to put its house in order to carry it out satisfactorily, noting that in 2023 enough time would be available to prepare. Malam Dan Malam assured that all the hitches encountered in 2022 Hajj would signpost the progress that the board had noted and to be worked on in 2023. He commended the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Mohammed Bello, and the Minister of State, Federal Capital Territory, Dr. Ramatu Aliyu, for their support and encouragement for the success of the operation. The FCT Muslim Pilgrim Welfare Board was created with the sole mandate to organize, coordinate, and supervise the smooth and hitch-free annual Muslim pilgrimage to the Holy Land in Saudi Arabia. A freak wave has killed 3 swimmers and injured many others at a popular beach in South Africa's southeastern city of Durban. A spokesman for KwaZulu-Natal Emergency Medical Services, Robert Mkeshie, said the wave washed swimmers at the bay of plenty out to sea, drowning at least 3 of them, adding that at least 17 others were injured and were in serious or critical condition. Said 35 lifeguards were involved in the mass rescue effort, while paramedics attended to more than 100 people caught in the incident. According to him, the dead included a teenager. The incident took place as Durban has gradually been reopening its beaches after closure due to high levels of E. coli bacteria coming from the city's sewer system, which was partly damaged by deadly floods earlier in the year. The flood, the worst in living memory, killed more than 400 people in April. Durban's beaches are also preparing for an influx of visitors over the coming festive holidays. In the meantime, Tunisia's main opposition coalition says President Kais Saied must resign after fewer than 9% of eligible voters took part in parliamentary elections. The National Salvation Front head, Najib Chebi, said Saturday's poll was a fiasco, calling for mass protests to demand snap presidential elections. The vote was boycotted by most opposition parties. They accused Mr. Saied of reversing the democratic progress made since the 2011 uprising, a charge he denies. After sacking the Prime Minister and suspending Parliament in July 2021, a year later Mr. Saied pushed through a constitution enshrining his one-man rule after a vote that was also boycotted by the main opposition parties. The new constitution replaced one drafted soon after the Arab Spring in 2011, which saw Tunisia overthrow late dictator Sheikh al-Abidine Ben Ali. It gave the head of state full executive control and supreme command of the army. Final results shows Fiji's two main rival political parties, headed by former coup leaders, had deadlock after Wednesday general election. The Fiji, first of Prime Minister Frank Bainimarama and opposition leader Sitifeni Rabuka's People's Alliance, will each get 26 parliamentary seats. They now face a race to form a ruling coalition with the Social Democratic Labour Party, which has 3 seats. The poll in the Pacific Island nation has been marked by fraud allegations. Confidence has been further dented after an app monitoring the results crashed. This is the World at Noon, coming to you from Ocean State Broadcasting Corporation, Voice of the West, Nigeria. Now our mid-news message. And therefore, to stay with the truth at all times. Israel's Interior Ministry says it has reported a Palestinian French human rights lawyer after accusing him of security threats. That 7-year-old Shala Amori was escorted on a flight to France by police early this morning. A lifelong resident of Jerusalem was stripped of his residency rights after officials accused him of being a member of a terrorist organization. Mr. Amori denies the charges, and rights groups have condemned the move. South Korean and Japanese officials have claimed that North Korea has fired 2 medium-range ballistic missiles towards the sea of the east coast of the Korean Peninsula. South Korea's Joint Chief of Staff said the launches, fired about 15 minutes apart, took place from North Korea's Tongchang area this morning, but gave no further details. The Japanese Defense Ministry also said the missiles flew to an altitude of 550 kilometers and covered a range of 250 kilometers. Japan's Defense Minister Toshiro Hino said the missiles appeared to have landed outside the country's exclusive economic zone, and there had been no report of damage so far. The latest launches come 3 days after North Korea said it tested a high-thrust solid-fuel motor engine, which experts said will allow quicker and more mobile launches of its ballistic missile arsenals. Poland's police chief Jaroslaw Sinchik says the explosion that left him hospitalized last week was caused